Hey, FlimsyLunchTray here, and welcome to World of Warships, where today I'm going to be doing a first impressions on the Tennessee. I've had one game with her in operations just to get like a quick feel for her. I guess it was like a couple of days ago or something, I don't remember. But today we're going to take her out in randoms and see what happens. So I want to highlight just a few things on the ship real quick. I mean, here you can see it's a lot of 32mm than 35 on the side plating. And being this tier 8 premium battleship that was through the Leyte Gulf combat missions. Just a brief look at the build. So this is the build I've been going for. There's two things I want to really highlight here though, and that's taking the damage control party mod 1. You would normally get a 20-second action time here, and with this you get 28 seconds. And then on the commander, this is the build I'm running. I'm running a brisk build, but then having a 10% longer action time on the damage control party and repair party means that I bump it up to 30.8 seconds. You see the brisk, and then the other thing here is emergency repair specialist. And that is bringing our cooldown time down to 77.6, and we have a reduced cooldown time already on the repair party, where it's a 40-second cooldown time. Here you see 38.8, and that's not even taking November Foxtrot. So 36.9 second cooldown time, 73.7 second cooldown time. So you can actually, if you manage them well, you can alternate between both really well. So that's kind of some of the little bit of the advantage that's happening here. Other than that, you know, we're going to take some of the standard, reducing the fire, or improving our flooding and fire extinguishing time. We want to make them go out faster. I don't remember what the AA defense was. 77? Me. I don't know. I feel like maybe I'd want to get longer secondaries. Push us up to 6.9. Okay, yeah, so this is the build. So I don't know what's going to happen when we go into randoms here, but we'll see. I don't actually think I put some of my more favorite flags on here. Yeah, so we're going to go with that and jump right in. So, oh, instant matchmaking. So what makes this ship interesting is her dispersion. I think she gets like battle cruiser dispersion. Actually quite good. I don't remember the sigma value right now or the horizontal vertical maximum dispersion, but she gets these 12 356mm guns that are a lot of fun. At least in my initial impression when I played it in Ops. I was playing Narai and noticed the dispersion. The thing that worries me is with the speed on the ship, and then speed, but then also being, if you manage to get bottom tiered, like if you're seeing tier 10s because you're tier 8, it looks like we're mid tier this map. So we've got a CV, there's no submarines. Was that a destroyer division? I'll switch back to AP. Okay, I'll just take note of the destroyer division. We've got a couple cruisers, only 3 to possibly smack. The brawling battleships like Palmer and Los Andes definitely makes me concerned. Because the way I would phrase this ship, you know, you can see she's quite large, sizable, she's slow. I think with the brisk and Sierra Mike, we're like over 23 knots. Otherwise, without brisk, you're like 21.5 or something. And I think her base speed is like 20 knots if you don't take Sierra Mike combat signal. So it's kind of reminds you of Vermont in the sense that you don't want to overextend, because if you overextend, you're really not going to be able to disengage. Now, granted, what helps us out here, even with our speeds being so bad, is our concealment. We can get it down to 11.4 concealment, which is great. So that's really helpful. But yeah, so I don't really know what all to get into in talking, because it's like this is my literally first randoms battle with this ship, but we're going to see what happens. And of course, the Kaga, he's going for the Colorado. It's kind of like just the pain when you're like a slow, fat ship. I mean, we're coated into 32mm, but you know we do have some 35mm side plating as well, so that's helpful. But it's kind of like, it reminds me of when I'm playing something like Massachusetts or in Iowa, and I see a Colorado or like even a New Mexico, depending on the tier, right? And you're just kind of drilling. That's kind of almost an impression that I, so to speak, almost get. So I'm going to be mindful of conceal. It looks like the DD division is over here. I don't really want to get too close. So you can see, actually, it's really smart of me because there's someone on the back side of the cap. We have an Akatsuki. It doesn't look like Akatsuki's going to go in. Because I just don't want to be bullied right off the start here. I would like to be able to shoot the DD, but no one's gonna flip C. It often happens here on this map where you just have only one. It depends on which team. If it's enemy team or your team where there'll be a destroyer that will actually go flip the mid cap. Most destroyer players tend to avoid it because it can be dicey. So he's pretty much just pushing right on in. So I'm actually gonna kite a little bit here. I might flip to high explosive. We'll see. So he's got, I think he's got a lot of 51mm deck. We would pin it because we got 59mm. So I might switch to high explosive after this salvo. Yeah, I've got gun feeder. See how this guy's just like charging it in? And he just activated his secondary range. I'm gonna go ahead and call him out because we need to focus him. Because he's just full sending it, so we need to go ahead and just get rid of him. You see the thing I was saying earlier about like don't get too close starting off? Because if you're the fat kid that needs to run, you need a head start. Oh, now he's gonna go broadside after I've taken AP. We'll still pin him. I don't know what we hit. That was non-pin. Maybe it was the turrets. But one of the things we do need to I need to highlight here is just the dispersion of the shells. I'm wanting to get outside of secondary. I'm gonna start slowing down again. I gotta watch Pomeran though, because I'm pretty much broadside to him. And now he angles out again. The torps. It looks like they're gonna miss. We're back to high explosive. I think the Kaga is not helping. The spotting on our Fletcher isn't helping. Yes, he's almost dead. What is that? Did he still have the skill going? No, he just activated again. It's crazy that they can have a ship that can like shoot that far out. So now we kind of have a problem if we don't keep the Kitakaze in check and whatnot. You know, they can come back here in the mid and cause issues, so it's kind of a dull game at the moment. Yeah, there's the Pomeran. I think what's nice like with Vermont is that you get that improved, well, it's Pomeran dispersion. You get the improved enhanced propulsion or whatever kind of just built into Vermont, which is helpful, but you don't have it here. Yeah, I'm gonna take it anyhow. Reload time's not bad either. It's with a little bit of a drone rush, we're getting 27.8. Otherwise, it would be just 28 seconds. Oh yeah. 28 seconds. We do max 10,500, which probably doesn't, it's not honestly not a ton, but that's mainly just because these are 356mm guns. But we get 12 of them. I think the Los Andes is coming back down in. I'm gonna move up a little bit over here. I just have to be mindful of Harbid torpedoes as our team is evaporating. Oops, I fat-fingered the heel. It sucks for me. That's annoying. We really need to get rid of him. Is he gonna actually push in this time? Gosh, guys. If he goes bow into me, we're screwed. Yeah. Because the penetration... Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, it's... Between a palm run... See, like I said in the beginning, like palm run in Los Andes pushing in on you. And because I fat-fingered... Alright, now we're going to use the long-lasting damage control party. I'm going to keep... I switched to AP, or high explosive, and he goes broadside. Yeah, I'm just going to get crapped on here. Oops, I'm sorry. I should have used the heal sooner. Yeah, see? This is amazing, guys. This is simply the best. Yeah, we're dead. So yeah, that's a first impressions. Yeah, honestly, it was really crap. Let me just reflect and I'll play another game. So the CV spotting on our Fletcher, you see how, look at our Fletcher. See how far back he is? Like the Fletcher, I mean, he's trying to keep his health like alive or whatever, but he can still provide spotting, and he just completely removed that because the Palmer, I mean, Palmer set that behind the island like you should. No one was punishing what was happening here in the middle, so the Los Andes got away with a lot, even though he essentially threw away his ship, or should have thrown it. It should have been a lot more punishing. So not having a D destroyer to keep him check the spotting and then the Kidda was really bad. And then I don't know what happened on this flank. I just see a lot of death over here. So yeah, let's just go ahead and click battle on before we get that team again. So yeah, so that was like the thing. So we didn't have anything secured, so I probably should have kept staying in a kited out position. But I mean, when you have a Pomeran, you have a Los Andes, that ultimately both of them go faster than you, you know, and we're already so far back, it doesn't really take a lot to like run up and, you know, obliterate the fat kid. I'm gonna nickname this ship. Maybe I just call it the little fat kid. But maybe that's more appropriate for, like, I don't know, New Mexico or something. So there's no CVs this match, but we have submarines. A lot of battleships. So we're gonna have to be mindful again of the Los Andes. There's 3 of them. I'm looking at the positioning on the map. So it's 6 battleships. We've got 3 to our right, 2 on our left. So I'm gonna play probably more between like A, B, like maybe back and over here. One thing that is nice, I would say, about the concealment is if you catch a cruiser off guard, your concealment of 11.4 it really helps you out to be able to be sneaky and catch them off guard. Not that you're necessarily running up on them, but someone maybe spots them and they get caught off guard, or they're turning out to get away from you, but then you've got 12 356mm guns. 30% fire chance. Yeah, high explosive shells travel a little bit faster. The depth charge, 10 kilometers. That's probably nice. And I didn't even use a defensive AA. Yeah, so I should have been using the defensive AA earlier on the Kaga, so that was my bad. That's like literally just kind of the process of figuring the ship out and like, oh yeah, I get that. Nice. It's a 5.8. So I don't like what I'm seeing right now on the mini-map. So you've got this, I mean, maybe he's going to play here, but you have this battleship who's moving here, so that means we're going to be really heavy on the left side. And the problem when you get these type of setups is if we end up being heavy on this side and our team just stays here and doesn't push through. Maybe he plays around here, but I was really hoping that the Azuma, whatever, didn't come all the way over here. 8 ships to A. See, you already see people like talking about it in chat. Okay, Zoom was correcting itself. I could say something in chat, but I'm also like, would probably knock my microphone out of the way. Because it's sitting on the desk right in front of my keyboard. Plan to get a, what do you call it? Microphone arm, maybe for Christmas, we'll see. So we got the sub over here, we need to be mindful of that. The other thing that's gonna help us in having that longer action time on our damage control party would be helping us in situations like that. Where if a sub's pinging us, right? And then we can literally just DCP and he can't keep homed in on us. That's like a Wisconsin, Vermont, just smashing right through would be great. I'm gonna slow down a little bit real quick. Should I pay attention? I think he's trying to reverse around behind the island. I think we still had the lock on. So you can... Nope. I mean, you can see the dispersion it's quite good. Let's go ahead and switch to high... 2 over pins. Let's go ahead and switch to armor piercing. Or high explosive. I feel like every time I switch to high explosive, I end up getting a broadside target. Dar. Let's see if I can clap him before he gets Mount Island. And we're gonna switch back to this. Yeah, we got some cruisers. I'm gonna turn the lock off. Oh crap. Having 457 shoved into you, yeah, it doesn't feel exciting. I can't believe he just like purposely like holistically slowed down to just do that. So it happens. I'm gonna turn out. I don't think he'll get reloaded in time, but maybe I'm just completely wrong. Okay, that's 9K. I get turned a little more, and then I'm gonna kill the speed. I'm wondering if you underestimate how slow we are. Maybe that's an advantage. Yes. I think he's going to sit still. I think he's gonna go forward. Bro. What are you doing? It's 13K with a little more on the way. Okay, so that was like, what, 17K? Almost, roughly. Okay, so you see what's happening here? We have our team going over on the 1-2 line. Oh, you don't want to get another salvo off? Are you sure? Really? Can I tag him? I think I just shot the island. Well, that one made it over. If our team's gonna move, they need to like push through. And it'd be nice if our sub came over here and flipped A. I'm gonna go ahead and turn back in though. Because this team, we're losing C flank, so we need to be able to pick up this flank. Alaska likes reversing. Please move to center of the map. Who's complaining about me not being in the center of the map? The submarine. Derpa derpa derp. Yeah, I'm not going over to the 1-2 line. I've been like purposely sitting back here to help. You are on the 1 line too. Anyhow, he probably means well, but it's just annoying when you have... Like, if you're gonna give people advice in chat, which I think he's done so far, like, just be nice. Like, don't be complainy, because that's a hard turn-off. I am grateful that they didn't, like, give this thing a plus 30-second reload time. just because it has 12 guns. I mean, if it had probably a larger caliber, they would have, but I mean, yeah, this flanks won, so I was moving over to the mid anyhow. It just takes a while to move. Switch to high explosive. Something like that. They should be able to melt him down. I don't know. Let's see. There's a fire. I think, yeah, he's got like double fire. Does he not have fire prevention? Because it looks like from this perspective, he doesn't have fire prevention. Probably like this is a battleship that's going to be, how would I phrase it? A little boring to play because you're going to be, this is more of a passive battleship because of how like far back, you know, you're more like a support battleship. You're not like the brawling, right? This is probably a pretty good definition for a mid-range battleship in like 12 to 15 kilometer range. 12's nice. You know, you can even work down 11.4 because you're concealment. So, but yeah, I think it would be an immense pain if we didn't have Brisk. Derp. If we didn't have Brisk, it would be so much harder to position, especially when we get these higher tier maps, right? So because of this battleship being more slow, it probably plays just overall like good in the center back here. But I was trying to get that, having fun with that broadside Minnesota. Oof. Just trying to like not let it clip on the island there. Ah! Now the Los Andes can just like totally go bowing on me and I wouldn't be able to do much about it. We have to be careful of battleships if we get any broadsides on us. I can't see the Shatsuyu. I think he's still behind the island. Or he just stepped out from being behind the island. He's over here somewhere. But I don't have any spotting to help me. Yep. So this is literally the weakness of the ship. Like, you're trying to be helpful and support, but if you're not being mindful, he's probably gonna shoot half. You just end up overextending yourself, and if you don't have enough teammates to help you stop, you know, a push coming in, then it sucks for you. But at least we pin him since he's covered in 51mm. I mean, 11k HE salvo is pretty nice. Probably actually gonna keep my torch in the front here. So it's kind of like, as soon as you see danger, if it gets too close to you, just run. Okay, my team should theoretically, I don't know if I have enough range yet. I think I was far enough away with torps. That's why I started running too, because Shiratsuyu. If you start seeing danger, just be the kind of the fat kid who gets a head start and running away. I think we can slow down now though. We have our guys coming in to push. These guys just have to be careful not to like feed themselves. I don't really need to use the heal. We're not in any immediate danger, only if the Shiratsuyu ends up getting closer to us, like that. He's probably gonna turn out and away. Is he like 9? 10. Okay. Accuracy definitely helped. You saw 5 of 12. So, yeah, I wonder if he'll pick up any torpedoes for me. Because I really don't want to go any further away because the Los Andes is almost outside of our main battery range. I mean, 20.2 is nice. That's even more than you get on Massachusetts, which is like, what, 18.3, 18.4? All right, so we can start pushing back in again. Maybe. I think the Los Andes is actually, he might come down right towards us. So let's wait a moment and see what he does. He could also circle around. I would do that if I was him. But we don't have any spotting. Let's use spotter plane. Let's see if he uses his amazing rudder shift. Okay, he's already turned up and away. I might hit low. No, it's pretty good. That was a double fire. So yeah, he's probably on DCP. K4 NVME DCP'd. I'm wondering if he's gonna like, yeah, attempt it to turn out. Should be enough time. It just depends. Yeah. Ah, crap. I got a key. Let's see if we can get a salvo on him, and then I'm going to deal with the key. Because there's no one else in a position to deal with him. So I'm going to be a noob and get him broadside, so he might end up turning out like that. Because he wants to get all of his guns off on me. But if I don't get angled and turned out now, then it won't be so great. Because I want to deal with... He's probably going to go back, bow in. We slow it down. Because I want to keep... The goal would be to try to keep him in check. Honestly. So he doesn't... If he gets moved up further, he's going to get into these guys. Which we don't want to happen. So actually I'm not going to run hardcore. I'm going to be a little slow about it. Yeah, they're just like... all charging. There's gonna be a lot of death happening. I could have fired just 2 turrets there just to see what he would do. Like if he thinks I fired all my guns, then decided to turn out. Mysterious is 9K. That wasn't bad. All right, let's go and use the heal. Double fire. Can they kill him? He's got a fire going. I want to keep focusing the key. Because he's going to be focusing him now. Mysterious is going to be shooting... he might be shooting into the cap. Because it would be nice to reset him. But one of the other things is bad is that your turret traverse time is actually really bad. I think it's like 60 seconds before you even build anything into it. Come on, let's keep staying broadside. Mysterious might want to go dark so he can cap. That's 15K. Key also has 10-kilometer torpedoes. Yeah, it should be 10. So I'm going to start accelerating now. He's got a fire burning on him. I'm going to only fire 2 turrets at the moment. I want to see if he turns out. Actually, if we aim this right, we can finish him. We're going to start turning turrets around. Yeah, so your ship's slow. Your turret traverse speed is slow. Probably the slowness of the ship is what can get you most killed. 145,000 isn't bad. We've had a more competent team. Enemy team was pretty competent. You saw we basically lost both flanks ultimately. I mean, we did initially win this, but we didn't maintain control of the flank. So if I was Asterius, I'd probably keep moving out like this way. He could move back in, but he also has a Zumo to deal with. and it'd be better for him to 1v1 me if he like ultimately might even shift out more that way. So we, the fat kid, are gonna run up. What is his best conceal? See, his conceal is 12-4. Yeah, he's a tier 7. We outspot him. Like, our concealment's better than him. So this is part of that, like, where we can catch someone off guard. So because we have, what, 1.3 kilometer better conceal. So we can actually probably just go more bow in. And then we can turn out to get all guns once we spot him. Yeah, he's talking in chat. I think he's really nervous. He probably sees the Azuma. Okay, so he just circled around. He's going bow in. I could have waited for my spotter plane, but I'm kind of cheeky and I want the kill. I'm being greedy. So if we keep moving up, either he shows no broadside to Azuma and stays bow in, or is he trying to bow both of us? We might get it. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. We had 2 spotting damage! What did we get 2 spotting damage off of? Crazy. Yeah, so nice little double future there. So that's going to be 152,000 damage. Some nice credit earnings, and this is green boosters. Base XP was just a gray booster. Or, yeah, XP. Did good. At 2,000 base XP, it's not bad. Okay, seriously, what did we get 2 spotting damage off of? Torpedo spotted. What, am I blind? Defense captures potential damage. Teams. I thought spotting damage was here. I don't know. Fires started on ships you spotted too. Oh, maybe that's what they're referencing. Interesting. Yeah, we could have taken more damage for sure. Well, only took 35. Did 26,000 in fires. I think, yeah, I mean, Key was better target to lob AP into, because like the Los Andes when they're bow in is like really difficult. So yeah, so that's, I guess, first impressions is, I mean, it's with any ship. If you understand strengths and weaknesses, I would say the weaknesses of this ship is if you don't understand positioning well as a battleship player here in World of Warships, you're going to struggle with this ship. Because that's as a result of, if one, just not understanding positioning, and then if you don't understand battleships well here in the game, where this is like a mid-range battleship, let's say 12 to 15, or you can say 11.4, you know, you can play with your conceal, because it's kind of quite strong actually for a tier 8 battleship to get that great of a conceal. Like if I compare it to some of the others, like let's say Nebraska, is that even with conceal? I think I yoinked stuff off. I think it'd be down closer to 13. North Carolina, 12.3. Massachusetts, I don't have it spec'd for conceal. So then Alabama, I mean, Alabama would be 12.7. Kansas, do I have it on here? Yeah, Kansas would be like closer to 14.5, 13 probably. So, I mean, so this technically makes Tennessee the stealthiest tier 8 American battleship in the game, assuming I have all tier 8 battleships, American battleships. So, But yeah, so just when you see danger coming at you, like immediately start running because, and I'm not trying to sound like rude or something when I say this, but I'm like, you're the tier 8 fat American kid on the block. So you gotta get a head start and start running before maybe something like a North Carolina and Alabama, other tier 8 battleships that have better speed than you in the game. So that being said, if you liked today's first impressions, give a thumbs up. If you didn't, give a thumbs down. Subscribe if you want to see more. If you're subscribed, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you to those of you who support me on Patreon as well. Until next time, take care.